Hi there, watercolor friends. Welcome to another video of relaxing watercolor exercises that's great for the beginner. I'm using cold press watercolor paper from Legion, and this is actually a block, so it's glued on all four sides except for this little section here, and I'll show you how I remove it later. I want to divide my paper into 3 even sections, and this is a 9 by 12 inch paper, so I'm marking the 4-inch and 8-inch. I'm really sorry about the blurry focus. I forgot to set my camera to manual focus, so that's what's happening here. I apologize. But after I marked the 4-inch and 8-inch, then I'm going in with washi tape to create nice clean borders. Now this step is completely optional. You don't have to do this. You can just use loose paper, you can use scrap paper, you can use one giant piece of paper and just paint however you want. I like to have a set space to paint in because otherwise I feel like there's no end to it. Oh, and also you will see my cat Rocket a lot. He's very, very curious and loves to explore and loves to be a part of everything. All right, I'm using my Holbein Artist watercolors, and I like to use a spray bottle to activate my paints, starting out with a round size 6 brush and the sap green color. This is one of my favorite greens that I fell in love with way back in the day. It's the perfect color to paint leaves with. The way that I like to paint my leaves is the bend, drag, and lift method. And I love to focus on this brush movement because then I'm not really focusing on how my leaves are turning out, but I'm focusing more on the actual movement. And so I can kind of let go of expectations and even get lost in how my brush is moving, how my hand and wrist are responding. Now, this is the floral edition of the relaxing watercolor exercises. So if you want something a little bit simpler, like just shapes and lines, then definitely check out this video that I've linked above and in the description box. But if you really like to paint flowers and leaves, then this is a great exercise too. And just like part 1 with the abstract shapes and lines, I like to show different values. So every once in a while, wash out your brush to show lighter values. Pick up the paint directly from the palette for darker values. Yeah. In this section, I'm going to slowly start adding the Prussian blue color so that I can create a gradient of colors from green to blue-green and then to the Prussian blue. As you paint these floral elements, I'm going to remind you to breathe in, breathe out, because it's really important that we check in with our body and that we don't feel stressed when we're creating. You don't always have to feel happy. You might feel anxious or frustrated, but something like a relaxing exercise like this, it should be relaxing. It should be bringing you calm. And breathing slowly in and out will help with that. The leaves look so great. Let's go on to the second section where we're going to paint 5-petal flowers. I'm using the permanent alizarin crimson color and using that same kind of press, drag, and lift kind of motion to create 5 petals. I'm leaving just a little bit of space in the center because I'm going to add some yellow dots to represent the stamen. When I create patterns, I like to show different sizes. And as you can see, I'm also showing different values. Now, as you paint these petals, just like our previous exercises, really just try to let go of how they're turning out. Just focus on your brush movement and let it turn out the way that it just is. Like right now, we're not focused on the outcome. We're really focused on just observation, knowing our brush, knowing our paints, knowing our body, checking in with our body, and just having fun with the process. Now I'm using the Gamboge Nova color and a size 3 brush to just kind of dot that color in the center. You can use a different color. If you don't have this color, you can use a brown, even black, but just something to represent the stamen. And even as you're dotting this, make sure to breathe in, breathe out. Look at how the flower is coming together. Great job with these flowers. Oh, I can't wait to see yours. Let's go on to the last one where we're going to paint marigolds. For this, I'm using 2 colors, the Naples yellow, which is a really nice, warm, creamy yellow, and the permanent orange. And I'm going to alternate between these 2 colors. You can choose a 3rd color if you'd like, but really the fewer the better. I'm going to use both my round size 6 and 3 brushes because I'm going to load a different color onto each brush. Now, if you have the same size brush, that's probably even better, but I don't. But I didn't have an extra size 3 or 6 on hand, so that's why. Okay, so we're going to start with the center of the flower, and as you can see, I'm literally just scribbling. I'm letting the paint bleed into each other. I'm alternating, or I'm going to wash out my brush a little so that it's a lighter value. This is one of my most favorite ones to relax with because I'm literally just scribbling. And as you're painting, yeah, just notice how the paint is reacting with each other, just diffusing in the water. And after you do like 3 to 5 layers, then go to another empty space and do it all over again. This time I'm starting with the yellow and then alternating. But yeah, just scribble back and forth. Don't worry about what it actually looks like. In the end, it'll kind of look like a tie-dye pattern, and that's pretty cool too. So just scribble, create short lines, and go all the way around in a circle. And remember to breathe in, breathe out. Take it easy. All right, so we're coming up to the end of our relaxing watercolor exercises, floral edition. I'm just filling in some more empty spaces. Remember to take one more deep breath in and out, and just be proud of what you made. I hope that you were able to find some calm and peace through this video and with these exercises. You can do these exercises over and over again with different colors. The possibilities are endless. Then go ahead and peel off the tape. I love this part. It's so satisfying. Now to remove it, I'm going to use an envelope opener. You can use a butter knife, whatever you have on hand, and just stick it through the little opening in the block, and then just carefully go around the entire paper. If you watch this video, please make sure to subscribe and like this video and comment to let me know which exercise you like the most and which one you want to try. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I hope through my channel that you're able to find just peace and relaxation with painting. If you tried this tutorial, please tag me at AudreyRottDesign and use the hashtag #PaintWithAudrey. And if you like this video and you didn't watch the first one, make sure to check that out here. Otherwise, check out all of my other tutorials so that you can keep painting with confidence and joy. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.